Now, let's say you are going to the wedding, so your hair is good, but your makeup, you don't want it to melt off your face. So we've got actually tips for how you can make your makeup a little bit more melt-proof.
Exactly.
Right? So it's not like
so because the hot weather's coming, and humidity is the worst thing for our face, right? So I went to Shoppers Drug Mart and got a few great things that always work year after year. The first one is, the tip is, consider your moisturizer, okay? A lot of times you can actually forego moisturizer. The humidity is just, unless you have very dry skin, okay? If you have very dry skin, then you want that moisturizer to totally absorb into your face before you get into a mineral powder.
Right.
Mineral powders are really great because you can build them up and get the coverage that you want. But the tip is they're also really great at lasting long on your skin and virtually being waterproof. The trick is, so I'm using Smashbox Halo Powder with a big Quo Kabuki brush like this. This gets the job done really well.
Oh, those are awesome.
So you just turn the little thing, it dispenses the product, and then you put your brush inside and really load it up. Don't be afraid to really load up your brush, because mineral powders are super forgiving. They can be buffed off if you put too much on. So I'm gonna have you close your eyes. And so the trick is you want to buff it and grind it, okay?
Buff and grind, people.
A lot of women, they just do this and they go, oh, my makeup's done. That's not true, okay? You want to grind it into the skin so you literally are making it become a part of the skin. And you can see how it builds up beautifully. I had a light layer on her first, and you can see how I've really increased the coverage on her cheek. If you want more coverage, go back and just add by patting it on. Look at how all that redness goes away, and then just finish with your buffing. And
now, you're not doing this after you started sweating. You're doing this at the very beginning.
An air conditioning bathroom.
I say it and you laugh, but you know how many of you are in the washroom, in the club, trying to put that on over the sweat.
Yes, and then you get cake mix.
Yes.
You get cake mix.
Pancake face.
The next thing is, if you want to keep it really simple, bronzing powder is a great tool. Okay, so this is NARS Casino. And what I'm going to do is, I use it in the mirror to load up my brush. So I pick up the color there, so it helps to dispense it into the brush. And same thing, you're going to use a little bit more pressure. You're going to stain the skin, and you're going to actually put on more than you expect to. And then I'm going to show you a great little trick. So I'm going to put on a lot.
You want more rather than less, because if you've got more, you know how to sort of
exactly, because then you come back to your mineral powder, and then you're going to buff that away so it softens it down. And then that color, you're going to add a little bit more. So if this wears away, what's underneath will come back, okay? So you're double layering your bronzer or a blush. Powder's better, don't use creams. Never use creams on a powder foundation. Okay. Got
it. You're pretty much trying to stay away from creams as much as possible.
You totally are. They're not friendly.
Because that's what's going to really melt.
Close your eyes. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of bronzer on her eyelid. Sometimes that's just enough of color, okay? And then a little bit on her of her chin. So we have the 3 areas that are colored.
Warm her up.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use a waterproof eyeliner. And the trick of the waterproof eyeliner is don't do this back and forth, okay? Because you're laying a lot of product down. These are designed for one stroke application. This is Gosh Sea Green. Okay, so what you want to do is close your eyes, draw it on in one swoosh, and then you want to let it set for a good minute, and then that is virtually waterproof, okay? You can't even rub it off.
So if you want to get that off, you've got to use
You need to use yes, that comes to the point of waterproof mascara. This is the time to use it, but we always stress, you have to have an eye makeup remover to remove it at the end of the day. Your wipes, your traditional cleansers will not do it. You need something oily or a dual phase mascara.
Which makes sense, because that's the whole point. You don't want water to be able to take it off.
Yeah. So a nice little coat on the top. A little tip is don't do the bottoms, especially if you're a big sweater, okay? Because it'll just keep the eye nice and fresh and clean. And then now we're going to finish off with Stila All Day Lip Gloss. This lasts anywhere between 6 and 8 hours. The trick with this, again, it's quite thick and concentrated. Okay. So you need to work it into the lip. And you want to be aware of your perimeter.
Try and have all your drinks with a straw.
Yes.
It looks really classy when you're drinking wine with a straw. But it'll preserve your lipstick.
Do that one more time. So I put it on the bottom lip and I have her and then I'm just going to fix the Cupid's bow on her lip here.
That's a great color, Dino.
It's a beautiful, this is called Melon.
That's lovely on you, Brittany.
Melon Vinyl.
Yeah, and it comes on really
intense.
Saturated.
So I painted it on, let it set, don't do anything more, and that will last until you go until you're thrown into the pool, and you'll see how it lasts.